Hi guys, hope all of us are doing great. My name is Ernest and this is Ernest's Sciences and Mathematics TV channel. In my channel, I deal with the different aspects of mathematics, physics, chemistry and biology. And today we are going to look at a concept under chemical thermodynamics, and that basically is the concept of conservation of energy. Now, conservation of energy is a broader topic that is going to, of course, span across various topics in sciences. And we're going to see that these are part of the laws which are going to form what we refer to as conservation laws. So these conservation laws are going to be affecting various aspects of our matter. And in this case, we're going to see that they are going to affect the aspect of mass, energy, and then we're going to see that some aspect of angular momentum, and then we're going to talk about linear momentum, and then we can be able to talk about the aspect of charge, which we are going to see in various topics being given, of course, which are going to affect what we call the aspect of conservation laws. And in this case, I'm just trying to give initials for this specific aspect of conservation laws, which we have mentioned in one way or another in various videos. So in this case, we're going to stress on the concept of conservation of energy, which is going to provide for us a basis for a description of the first law of thermodynamics. And of course, we had mentioned earlier that one of the characteristics of these forms of energy is that they are always be changed from one form to another. But of course, they are going to they cannot be of course created nor destroyed, but changed from one form to another, and that is going to lay a basis for us in trying to describe this fundamental law of thermodynamics, as I said. So the total energy of a system and its surroundings are going to remain the same. And we had mentioned about the concept of the system and surrounding in our first video. So in this case, we said that the system consists of a portion of matter under consideration, and of course, which we described as a system. And we said that this same system is separated from its surrounding by what we refer to as a boundary. And then lastly, we said that this is going to form what we call a surrounding. Now, the system, the surrounding, and the boundary together are going to form what we refer to as the universe. And of course, these are various aspects of matter that we're going to consider insofar as energy is concerned. So therefore, the total energy of the system and its surroundings are going to remain the same in conservation of energy. Although we are going to see that they're going to change from one form of another. As I said, there's going to be a relationship whereby we're going to express the change of, or rather the transfer of mass between the system and the surrounding. And in some cases, we're going to have heat energy being transferred from the surrounding into the system and vice versa. So the, the universal energy or the form of energy is going to depend upon various aspects. And we had mentioned in our first case that the aspect of pressure is going to affect this concept of energy. And then we're going to talk about the concept of volume, temperature. And in some cases, we're going also to say that the aspect of mass and perhaps the composition of this specific mass is going to dictate on how various forms of energy are going to, of course, be described. So in our description of the conservation of energy, we're going to see that these all aspects of the system and the pressure, volume, temperature, and the composition of mass is going to be, of course, considered, whereby we're going to have different variables which are going to, of course, assist us try to describe various forms of energy. Now we're going to see that for a fixed mass of or rather for a system of fixed mass and perhaps composition, we're going to see that these specific variables are going to vary in a specific way, and therefore they are going to describe various laws that we're going to encounter. For instance, if we try to compare the aspect of temperature, pressure, and volume, we can be able to describe a relationship that exists between temperature, pressure, and volume using these particular initials, where P represents pressure, and then V represents volume, whereby T represents absolute temperature, as we are going to see later. So the description of various relationships which are going to be encountered in this specific concept of conservation of energy are going to give us various laws, especially in describing various forms of matter like gases, liquids, and solids, insofar as their energy and the composition is concerned. So basically, of essence for us to understand is that energy can be able to be converted from one form to another, but it can neither be created nor destroyed. So therefore, we can be able to transform it from one form to another. And that one is basically the description of the first law of thermodynamics. And then secondly, we've said that, of course, we're going to have different variables which are going to be used in describing this specific energy of a system, whereby we're going to have the aspect of pressure, temperature, volume, mass, and even the composition of a mass. And this basically, we're going to see in trying to vary one variable, then therefore it's going to dictate the variation of other variable in a specific way. And these are going to provide various laws for description of energy, or some aspects of that aspect of matter in terms of energy, as I've said. So basically, that is going to open for us a window in describing various aspects of matter, especially concerning the gas laws and other various forms of laws which describe these variables in relation with energy. So catch us in our next video, and kindly check in our description boxes for various links, which of course are having related videos. For instance, for this one, I'm going to put a link for the discussion on various laws of gas laws. That is going to assist us in trying to understand better the relationship of these various aspects that I've mentioned in this particular video. So that is it for now, guys. Bye, God bless.